ఓం శ్రీ మహాగణాధిపతయే నమః. శ్రీ గురుభ్యో నమః. Dear friends, relatives and viewers, welcome to this discussion of Bhagavad Gita. Now we are entering the 42nd sloka of MOKSHA SANYASA YOGAM, which is telling about the characteristic features of Brahmam karma, means how this Brahmam karma will be there. I will be using those Sanskrit terms as it is. For example, I will be using this word Shastram. Shastram means science. That is what we understand. But here Shastram means Vedas, which is the ultimate knowledge. The knowledge of the knowledge. I will be using that word. So I will be continuing to use that word Shastram. So what does the Shastram say? Shamo damas tapas saucham. Shamaha. Shamaha means in the mind we try to keep all the five senses under control. Damaha. Damaha means outside senses. Outside senses is this ear, eyes, nose, tongue, and skin. You know very well. You are able to see that outside senses. So inside there are senses, five senses corresponding to these five senses. You know that. So these senses are to be kept under control. Tapaha. Tapaha means doing any work under a concentrated with pointed attention. Tapaha means pointed attention. Tapaha is done with three things. That is vaku, speech, and then mind, and the body. Speech, mind, and body. All the three we do tapas. Saucham. Saucham means cleanliness. Cleanliness outside with the body is taking bath every day, and inside the mind also always keep it clean without any bad thoughts. Shanti means patience. Arjavam. Arjavam means without any deceitful attitude. Shastra Jnanam. Jnanam means Shastra Jnanam. That is what is to be known, spiritual knowledge. Vijnanam, that knowledge having gained, we have to apply it in our day-to-day life. And Astikyam, those people who believe in this spiritual science and believe in the God and believe in teacher. So the teacher and elders, they tell us. When they tell, we have to believe them. If we don't believe them, then there is no salvation at all, no happiness at all. So if we believe that you are my son, when mother tells us, you are my son, okay, I believe. The father says, you are my son, then we believe. That is why we are happy with mother and we are happy with father. Then if you question them, how I am your son, I don't know you, if you say, then all the problems will start. So these are the qualities of Brahma karma. It is not Brahmana means taking birth in a Brahmin caste. It is not like that. So we have understood these are the qualities. Now let us understand what is this jnanam, why we have lost that jnanam. Shankaracharya says there is kama, krodha, lobha. These are the enemies in you, within you, which are constantly committing theft of your knowledge. This kama means desire. These desires have committed theft of our knowledge. We know that knowledge, what is the knowledge? Knowledge is that the body is not ours. In yesterday's class we have discussed that this body is not ours. We have decided. How? Because if I have to bring my body, I would have brought 6 feet. Why only 5 feet 1 inches? Why this color? I would have brought with nice more color, handsome color, like a hero. If my father and mother also have to decide, they would have decided in a better way, that the body could have been in a better way, with a better health and all that. Or if it is a girl they wanted, they could have wished that it would be like a Miss Universe or Miss India. So it was not in their hands to make a boy or a girl, and that to the type of the boy and the type of the girl that they wanted. So somebody else had made it. If we see this flute, we know, we can understand, seeing the flute, that there is somebody who has made this flute, maybe in Delhi or some other place. There is a creator for that. So just as we are seeing this body, we should understand that somebody has created this body in this way, in this fashion. It is not merely our father and mother who have made this body. No doubt they are instruments in making, they are tools in making our body. But they are not the final one. The still root cause is somebody else. That somebody else we call it as chief creator, maybe invisible, only imaginable. We can imagine, but he is not seen. Just because we don't see the manufacturer of the flute, we cannot see the creator of us. So we don't say that we don't believe in that. Now, having come to know that this is a rental house, this is like a rental house, this body. What we do with the rental house? We will be ready to vacate whenever the owner wants it to be vacated. So now for my age group, the message is 73 years age now, we should be ready to vacate it. But at the same time, as long as the body is there, as long as we are living in that rental house, don't we maintain that house neatly and cleanly? Because that house doesn't belong to us. Do we leave it like that without cleaning every day? Every day we clean that house, isn't it? So same way we have to clean this by taking bath every day, external. And internal, we should clean it in the mind without any bad thoughts about others, unnecessary jealousy, hatred, and too much competitive spirit, too much desires. So there is no need to have any too much desires to make up. See, the ladies have got a fancy to go on making up. Even though the age is advancing, still some wealthy people we have seen. It's not that wealthy people only do it. Even the other middle class and poor people also struggle to maintain this body in a nice fashion. But how long they can make it? There is without the foldings and all that, they cannot maintain it at one stage. So they should understand this body is made up of a change will be there in the body. From childhood, we are seeing a 10 inches baby to 5 feet 1 inches height. It has grown. So it is growing, and then finally it has to fall down like a flower. So when we know that this is going to happen, and the knowledge is that I am that Atma. So this Atma is nothing but Paramatma's Amsha, part of that Paramatma. So it has got no worries about these successes or failures or insults or respect. All this, and there is no enemy, there is no friend for that Atma. Only we create in our thoughts, in our thinking. So this body not ours. So once we get the knowledge that I am the Atma, I am not the body, then we should start having Vairagyam. These two are Abhyasena ta kaunteya Vairagyana cha gruhyate. Both should be there to make the sadhana. When simply Abhyasam not sufficient. Vairagya means disinterest. Supposing this one bag is there while traveling in the train, somebody leaves that bag. If only 4 we are remaining in all people have got down, we are only standing there. So we can't see that bag and think that let me pick up that bag, because there may be some dynamite in that. There may be a time bomb in that. Terrorists would have kept it. So we should not pick up any bag. That message is there everywhere. So just because this body is not mine, we should not think that I will pick up this body myself. So whatever doesn't belong to us, we have to show disinterest in that item which is not ours. So this body is not ours. This body is belonging to, the owner is God who has created. When the God has created this body, he knows when to take it back, how to maintain it. But at the same time, the tenant also has a responsibility, reasonable care we have to take. As a tenant, reasonable care of the house we have to take. So reasonable care means take limited food. Shastram is also telling, I just said I will use the word Shastram. Shastram is telling, taking limited food, balanced food, no salt, very, very less sugar. Once in a way you make a party. And then it all depends on how much, what food we put in the body. Otherwise, this body is so innocent and ignorant. It doesn't unnecessarily misbehave. It is dependent on what we put input. If we put bad inputs, the body behaves badly. If we put good inputs, it puts. What is good and what is bad, you know it. Many elders would have told you, don't eat too much spicy food. And I am not advocating about non-food and all that. I have discussed it. Non-food is no good just because 80% of the population, majority are non-veg doesn't mean that we should take non-veg. So 80% people don't think of this Brahma Vidya at all. It doesn't mean that we also don't want to learn Brahma Vidya. So this Brahma Vidya is nothing but knowing about that our Atma, we are that Atma, part of that chief creator, and then we have to leave the desire. First thing is limit your desires and take reasonable care of our body. Then the mind will be automatically thinking of good things. When mind thinks of good things, we think of God, we think of helping others, doing all things which are in the interest of all the outside nature population, outside people and the things. Outside nature, sun god, you can't do anything. Nobody can touch sun god. Moon, we have laid our legs, our feet on that moon. So we have been able to see. So they say you see and enjoy the nature. Nobody says you don't enjoy the nature. You can enjoy the nature, but at the same time don't disturb it unnecessarily. Don't kill the animals unnecessarily. Don't meddle with the earth unnecessarily. For waste they don't dig. Now they are digging for petrol because they want petrol for that. Thousands and thousands of feet they go on digging. Similarly, space they are exploring. So they want to know how much space. Space is unlimited. How much you occupy, it says still I have got some space. It is so infinite powers, infinite quantity, infinite quality these nature items have got. There are 8 elements in that nature. We should try to understand. The Shastram says these are the 8 elements. You please take care of these 8 elements. These 8 elements will take care of you. What are they? Earth, air, water, and like that, light, and all that. In the Mantra Pushpam, I will be discussing it as and when time permits. So those are the 8 elements in the nature. You see the trees, dharma rachada rachada, vruksho rachada rachada. You don't cut away the tree itself. See, somebody is given a golden goose. They said one golden egg it will give daily. So we should be content with that one golden egg. You know the story very well. So that fellow one day he wanted to cut that goose to see that all the eggs I will have one day and I will become overnight rich. What happened? Finally, nothing there in that inside. So we should not be too much greedy. We should be just limit our desires to the extent that we can achieve them. Fix a reasonable goal and try to achieve them and taste the success. Once you taste the success, you will apply this knowledge in our day-to-day life. Day-to-day life means daily we should think that this body is not mine, but I have to take reasonable care of this body, because with this body I will have a good mind, and with this mind I will understand who is the owner. We should know who is the owner of this and what are the owner's commands. Once in a way the owner comes and gives some instructions how to collect. He will collect the rent. So what is the rent we have to pay? That is doing good deeds. So all this discussion we can discuss for hours together, but I want to limit my discussion to less than 15 minutes. So I want to close this slokam. Samo damas sapas saucham shanti rarjavamevacha jnanam vijnanamastikhyam brahmam karma swamavajam. This is not something describing of today's brahmanas, caste and all that. This is anybody who is thinking of the brahmacharya, Brahma, creator, thinking of creator, will have these qualities. That is what is said in this sloka. In the next slokas, Vaisya and Shudras, Kshatriyas will be discussed. We will be discussing in the next sessions. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sarve Jana Sukhino Bhavantu.